Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be continuing with our past questions and answers. Please, before you continue, click on the subscribe button below so that you'll be the first to get our videos whenever they drop. Today we are going to be starting with English language. And the number one question says, for these questions, choose from the option the word that best completes the gap. Jumoke is better than Bola in English and social studies, but maths is Bola's dash. A. Purview. B. Recital. C. Focus. D. Forte. For these questions, choose from the options the word that best completes the gap. The invigilator dash to know how long the examination dash going on. A. Wanted had been. B. Wants have been. C. Wanted has been. D. Wants had been. For these questions, choose from the options the word that best completes the gap. The president said that the country was not yet out of the dash. Fog, woods, waters, forest. Mathematics. P varies directly as Q and inversely as R. When Q is equal to 36, P is equal to 27. Find the relation between P, Q, and R. A. P is equal to 12 over QR. B. P is equal to Q over 12R. C. P is equal to 12QR. D. P is equal to 12Q over R. P varies jointly as M and U and varies inversely as Q. Given that P is equal to 4, M is equal to 3, and U is equal to 2, when Q is equal to 1. Find the value of P when M is equal to 6, U equal to 4, and Q equal to 8 over 5. A. 288 over 5. B. 15. C. 128 over 5. D. 10. If R varies inversely as the square root of S and T, how does S vary with R and T? A. S varies inversely as R squared and T. B. S varies directly as S and T. C. S varies directly as R and T squared. D. S varies directly as R squared and T. Biology. Use the diagram to answer the question. This question. The organelle responsible for sexual reproduction is A. I, B. I, C. I, D. IV. Use the diagram to answer these questions. The process illustrated is A. Sexual reproduction in Spirogyra, B. Sporulation, C. Gametogenesis, D. Sexual reproduction in Rhizopus. Use the diagram to answer these questions. The diagram shows that the organisms are A. Viviparous, B. Ovoviviparous, C. Oviparous, and D. Hermaphrodite. Chemistry. Calculate the pH of a solution of 0.0001 mole per dm cubed hydrochloric acid. A 1, B 2, C 3, D 4. PCl5 liquid forming PCl5 gas plus Cl2 gas with the absorption of energy. In the above reaction, the forward reaction is favored by A. Adding a catalyst, B. Increasing the temperature, C. Increasing the size of the containing vessel, D. Increasing the pressure. The above equation is not actually very correct, since we are having PCl5 and on the reactant side we are also having PCl5, but I think the answer will not affect the correctness of the actual correctness of the equation in terms of having PCl5 liquid and PCl5 gas, so still try it. In an equilibrium reaction, which of the following conditions indicates that maximum yield of the product will be obtained? A. Equilibrium constant is less than 0. B. Change in H greater than T change in entropy. C. Change in H minus T change in entropy equal to 0. D. Equilibrium constant is very large. Physics. Calculate the energy of the third level of an atom if the ground state energy is minus 24.8 eV. A. Minus 1.75 eV. B. Minus 8.20 eV. C. Minus 2.75 eV. D. Minus 9.20 eV. The energy of photon having a wavelength of 10 to the power minus 10 meter is A. 2.0 times 10 to the power minus 12 joule, B. 1.7 times 10 to the power minus 13 joule, C. 2.0 times 10 to the power minus 15 joule, D. 1.7 times 10 to the power minus 12 joule. If the threshold frequency for tungsten is 1.3 times 10 to the power 15 Hz, what is its work function? H is equal to 6.6 times 10 to the power minus 24 joule seconds. Take note, the threshold frequency is 1.3 times 10 to the power 15 Hz, not 1015 Hz, but 10 to the power 15 Hz. A, 8.85 times 10 to the power minus 18 joule. B, 8.58 times 10 to the power minus 17 joule. C, 8.58 times 10 to the power minus 15 joule. D, 8.58 times 10 to the power minus 19 joule. Economics. Payment of interest on loans and the repayment of capital sum at a future date is A, debt retaking, B, debt servicing, C, balance debt, D, debt relief. An example of an expansionary fiscal policy action is A, purchase of government securities, B, decrease in the bank rate, C, decrease in welfare payments, D, decrease in the corporate profit tax rates. A fiscal policy instrument that can influence the demand pattern in an economy is A, income rates, B, tariff, C, interest rates, D, government spending. Government. Which of these is not a means of acquiring citizenship? A, conquest, B, conferment, C, marriage, D, residency. An example of civil rights of a citizen is the right to A, peace and assembly, B, be voted for, C, property and justice, D, vote. Citizenship is acquired by an alien through A, registration, B, naturalization, C, conferment, D, birth. Accounting. The concept which states that revenue should be recognized at the point when the sale is deemed to have been made is A, going concern, B, realization, C, consistency, D, matching. The base upon which assets of an organization is valued is the A, business entity concept, B, materiality concept, C, periodicity concept, D, historical concept. The accounting convention, which states that the performance of business should be determined by matching all expenses against all revenues, is A, periodicity, B, materiality, C, accruals, D, objectivity. commerce. A country is said to be experiencing an unfavorable balance of trade if her A. exports exceeds imports, B. visible exports exceed visible imports. Solomon. Visible imports exceeds visible exports. Emmanuel. Imports and exports are equal. The role of customs and excise authority includes the A. provision of dockyards for ship repairs, B. provision of security at the port, C. control of the flow of goods in and out the country, D. provision of a good transport system to facilitate import and exports. Trading position of Nigeria is the same as her A. balance of trade, B. willingness to grant credit to foreigners, C. desire to trade with many countries, D. terms of trade. CRK. What was the reward of the Hebrew midwives when they refused to obey the instruction given to them by Pharaoh? A. God exempted them from plague. B. God spared their lives. C. God blessed them abundantly. D. God gave them families. Who was the king that granted Nehemiah permission to go and rebuild Jerusalem? A. Cyrus. B. Nebuchadnezzar. C. Darius. D. Artaxerxes. Nebuchadnezzar decreed that all his subjects should worship the image he had set up whenever they A. desired something from him, B. saw him stand before it, C. heard the sound of music, D. looked upon it. Agriculture. The main objective of establishing forests in the arid region is to A. provide bush meat, B. provide firewood for cooking, C. check desert encroachment, D. improve the beauty of the environment. If the recommended spacing for a tree crop is 2.5 cm by 4 meters, determine the number of seedlings required to plant a 2-hectare farmland. A. 10,000, B. 20,000, C. 1,000, D. 2,000. Which of the following statements about agricultural development are true? It leads to I. Increased processing of produce. I. Increased food production. I. High productivity. IV. Increased agricultural labor force. A. I, and IV only. B. I, and I only. C. I, and IV only. D. I, and IV only. Literature in English. Harvest of corruption. The secretary to the Honorable Minister is A. Mrs. Obi, B. Halima, C. Okpotsu, D. Ochuole. Harvest of corruption. One of the themes in the play is A. Love, B. Bravery, C. Contentment, D. Superstition. Harvest of corruption. On both cheeks are 3 parallel marks, which look like whiskers of a cat. The excerpt A describes the excerpt above describes A. Inspector Enaku, B. Ogeyi, C. ACP Yakubu, D. Madam Hoha. Geography. Shell is a fine textured sedimentary rock formed principally from the particle of A. Sand, B. Clay, C. Quartz, D. Calcite. Organic sedimentary rocks are formed from the A. Result of pressure from underlying rocks, B. Vegetation matters, C. Solution of substances, D. Remains of living organisms. The intrusive landform produced when magma is cooled within this Earth's surface is A. Batholith, B. Geyser, C. Cinder cones, D. Composite cones. Thank you. Please click on the subscribe button below to subscribe to our channel. Like this video if you really like it. Share it so that other people can see and learn from it. Thank you.